Okay, today we are playing a game on Lijiang Tower. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing about a third of the game as Zarya, and about two-thirds of the game as Reinhardt. And our current team composition is Reinhardt, Zarya, Hanzo, Tracer, Moira, and Lucio. So, really boring. Not a lot to say about it, honestly. I like Zenyatta more than Lucio, just broadly speaking, but this is Night Market, so this is the Lucio map of Lijiang Towers, basically. So, Lijiang Tower, not towers. Whatever, who cares? So, we're going to decide to go left right at the start, which is kind of scary. I'm not a big fan of going left or right at the start of the round on this map, just because sometimes you come around this corner and you find D.Va, Lucio, and Pharah trying to push your team off the edge, and it just doesn't really feel very good when that happens, you know? So D.Va immediately tries to do that, and gets pinned for her trouble. They have a Reaper right there next to us, and he's already killed Hanzo. Then Reinhardt dies as well, so things are not going well, and then we get pushed off the edge. Gotta be careful when you go near an edge, and there's a Lucio on the map. So I'm going back because allegedly we killed D.Va, and I want to know how that happened. Did she just boost off the edge and we got credit? That's exactly what happened. She boosted too far the other way, fell off the map, but we hit her, so we got the credit for killing D.Va. Good job, team. Good job, team. Good job, team. We absolutely killed it right there. So that didn't go super well for us. Tracer's pretty staggered right now, but not overly so. However, Lucio's about to stagger himself a lot worse. Oh, those Lucios, they get in the craziest places, don't they? So now we have to wait for him before we can really get anything done. We managed to get 40 charge off of that, but we gotta wait for our teammates to be here, so most of the charge is gonna be decayed. Reinhardt doesn't want to wait for teammates, so he's just gonna go in right now. And God, it's turned into a mess real fast, isn't it? So we got a decent amount of charge. Winston's using Primal Rage right now, which is gonna make life very difficult for us. But he is very easy to farm some ult charge off of when he's that way. Nano boosted D.Va, kind of scary, but we're playing Zarya, you know, it's not the end of the world. We didn't get a lot of charge out of those bubbles right there, so let's go back and look at that a little bit more closely. Seeing as getting charge is kind of a big thing for Zarya. So yeah, she just decides to stop attacking us, pretty much, I guess, doesn't she? Because it looked like she was gonna, and then she just went, oh, nope, never mind, disregard, I'm gonna go over here. And we just bubbled somebody that's in there. We bubbled Moira. We didn't get a lot of charge out of it, but, like, they were in the middle of everyone, so it's not unimaginable they would get hit, is it? So we've got 100 charge now, but a lot of our teammates are dead, so we have to actually wait for people to be back. Reaper actually almost fucking died right there. Damn, he just got drilled in the face. Damn, he must have Wraith formed, because I thought he was going to die from our right click. He must have Wraith formed. How unfortunate. So we've got Graviton built up now. Oh no, here comes self-destruct. We bubbled too soon. Did we bubble before it happened? Or as it happened? Where did we push the bubble button in here? No, we just pushed it. We pushed it after we heard nerf this, but we pushed it way too soon and ended up dying, which is very tragic. There, you know, time the bubble better. While you're at it, aim better also. That's why they pay me the big bucks right there. That's some good advice. Good job, team. So, we've got one fight left, pretty much, because they're at 80% right now. But Pharah just staggered herself really badly, so it's going to make things unfortunate for us. Ooh, got a lot of charge off of that one. Alright, so we're at 90%. We gotta start trying to make ingress. Oh, no. Oh, no. She even had Defense Matrix up when we pushed the button as well. I don't think... This has to be, like, pre-D.Va nerf, because I feel like she had Defense Matrix up for a long time in there. Like, let me go back a little bit more. She had it up before that as well, didn't she? I feel like this has to be pre-D.Va nerf, in which case this wouldn't have happened now, but... Shut up for a bit there. That feels like it was longer than, you know, the allotted Defense Matrix time. Anyway, we pushed Q while Defense Matrix was up, which we definitely shouldn't do as Zarya. You know, probably don't need to go too in-depth in detail about that one, but when the Defense Matrix is over, you maybe don't push Q. So Winston's up to no good. We've managed to build up half of Graviton again, right off of that team fight right there. Thank goodness they've got a couple of ult batteries on their team. Makes life very easy for us as Zarya. So we've got a decent amount of charge now. Oh, now we got like a real big amount of charge. Here comes Winston again. Everybody just walks away from Winston. Right, Reaper just almost died right there. Yeah, he's like almost dead, so we could try harder to get the Reaper right there. Like, our whole team's with us right now. Moira's even spraying us currently, so chances of dying to Reaper, pretty slim. I mean, he could still kill us if he gets like a couple really good shots in, no doubt. But he just dropped really low. I'd like to go a little bit more aggressively to try and get him. And I mean, he used Wraith form anyway, so yeah. But he dropped really low. We could have tried harder to kill the guy. So they've dropped the B. We're really close to having Graviton right now, so we really just want to farm that up as fast as possible. Oh, no. Oh, we survived! Oh, not for very long. Oh, and Soldier just used Tac Visor as well, so everything's going great. Everything's going great. So let's back up a bit, because this turns into a... These fights are some real fucking clown fiestas. I'm having trouble parsing exactly what's going on in all of these fights, to be honest with you. Yeah, so we're bullying, we're bullying, we're bullying. Oh no, this happens. That's very sad. We can't get to cover. Oh, so we had sound barrier on us. Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was weird we survived getting hit from that close. I didn't notice sound barrier was on us. So basically, we were just too far away from anything to use as cover when D.Va used self-destruct, which is unfortunate, because then we can't take cover from self-destruct. You know, just like a general thing, you want to be near something you can use as cover if you need it for any reason. Now, I think we changed to Reinhardt immediately on this round. Do we, or we Zarya for a little bit? We change, okay. And I mean, I know when you're on, like, an objective, like Lijiang Tower, like, on Night Market, rather, or, like, Hanamura, it can be difficult to find cover while you're contesting the objective, but there's the doorways, you know. You don't really want to hang out just, like, in the center of the objective, generally speaking, because there's no cover there. And if you need cover, you want to just be able to be in cover. You don't want to have to run half the world to get to cover, you know? And this is why positioning is a very difficult thing. People struggle with it a lot because there's a lot to keep in mind. Oh, I gotta stay near cover. I've got to respond to the enemy team. I gotta respond to my team. Oh, no, I gotta position aggressively or defensively, depending on, like, what kind of position I'm in. Like, how much charge I've got as Zarya. Oh, it's a lot of moving parts, you know? And it's not something that's always immediately obvious. Sometimes the mistake is literally, like, you take a step too far forward and die for it, you know? Anyway, so we're playing Reinhardt now. Could have taken a swing at the D.Va right there, just to get a little bit of extra ult charge right now, because she just got hooked, and, like... Yeah, you know, we'll block for the Roadhog and everything, but, like, nobody's really at threat right now, so we could just take a swing in at the D.Va, get a little bit of extra ult charge right there. Because, I mean, if we can build... Like, it's not unreasonable to build up, Earth Shatter during the very first fight of the match. Or map. We could have tried to Fire Strike this guy and kill him. We didn't even try. If we can kill a guy, that's a very big deal, so we should have at least tried to get the kill on him, given how low he was. And it's one of the healers as well, very high priority targets to kill. So, we just used Fire Strike while Defense Matrix is over us. Yep, right now, Defense Matrix is over us, and we use Fire Strike, which is not good efficiency. Shockingly enough, you know, I've got some really deep insights for you, right? When Defense Matrix is over you, consider not using projectiles until Defense Matrix is not there. Whoa, wow, you should coach one of the Owl teams. I know. Weirdly enough, they haven't just snatched me up yet. So we've got most of Earth Shatter built up. That's pretty sick. Reaper just almost fucking died, so we hold the shield up so he can't die. Got Coalescence behind us right now, so we can just kind of, like, go in for a little bit and see what we can make happen. Unfortunately, though, our shield is getting really low right now, so worth considering not doing that. I'd still walk forward and start swinging. I'd also Fire Strike through them right now, because we're so close to having Earth Shatter, and Fire Striking, like, through that many people should basically be, we have Earth Shatter now. Just like, you know, if you don't have Earth Shatter built up, use Fire Strike as often as possible. Basically, like, on cooldown, if possible, until you have Earth Shatter. Then stop using Fire Strike, because you have Earth Shatter now. Yeah, we could have basically got Earth Shatter there, and then that makes this fight a lot easier, right? Because we just wait for Reinhardt to go forward a little bit too aggressively, and then clap them. Yeah, like, I would have gone forward, but, like, we could have got Earth Shatter, and then we could have survived. Because our shield is so low that, like, we get made purple, which is also very unfortunate, because suddenly the Coalescence is not actually protecting us anymore. But we are walking forward while our shield is really, really low, which is just very risky to do in general. But if we built up that Fire Strike, it would not have mattered, because as soon as they start trying to, like, walk through the doorway to hit us, we Earth Shatter them. So we end up losing that fight, which is bad. This just in, losing the fight's bad. But we have Earth Shatter now. We also almost... Oh god, we almost have Whole Hog. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm upset about that because just, like, I have so many bad experiences playing Reinhardt, where I would Earth Shatter, like, 4 people, and then Roadhog would go, I, too, will use my ultimate. I will combo ultimate with Reinhardt Man, Hammer Man, work together with Pigman, and we kill enemy team. And what he actually does is just push the enemy team to safety. And it makes me very upset. I don't like when they do that very much. But Roadhog players, they just see the Earth Shatter, and they're like, combo time. Oh, God, please, why? So, I just saw... We almost have Earth Shatter and Whole Hog at the same time. Oh god, oh no, please, anything but that. Hanzo's basically got his ultimate as well, to be honest. Like, 70% charge for Hanzo is like, I basically have my ultimate. And Lucio more or less has his. Who the fuck is that? Lucio is 2 in right now. Those Lucio players, man, they love to go and touch the objective for the sake of touching the objective, don't they? And then they get killed and they wonder... Where's team? Team! I was contesting objective. Where is everybody right now? I have a very fond memory of Garden because I was playing with my friends once, and this was a long, long time ago. This was only a couple of months after the game came out or something, but my friend was playing Lucio, and, like, literally, we all went this way to the objective, but my friend playing Lucio went that way. And so, we're fighting the enemy team sees where we're going, so we're fighting them over here, right? And my friend just runs in the backside, and then he gets killed because he's in the middle of 6 people by himself with Lucio, and he goes, Team, where were you? I was contesting the objective, why weren't you fighting on the objective? Because we're having a fucking team fight over here. Like, what? We should have been fighting on the objective. I'm like, literally everyone went one way except you, and you're gonna be like, it's our fault you died on the objective by yourself. If you're in the Discord server, it was Dangus that did that, so feel free to e-bully him about that one. So, anyway, we've got Earth Shatter built up now. Reaper just died right at the start of the fight because he's going that way by himself. Oh, I was so optimistic. That was such an optimistic Earth Shatter right there. Yeah. I see it. I see exactly what went through the mind at the time, which was, well, I can see 4-ish people running at me right now, and Reinhardt's not in front of them yet, but, like, there were a lot of corners for them to take cover behind, and, like, Reinhardt can still get in position. It was basically just, like, really optimistic. There's a lot of ways for Earth Shatter to get fucked up. Like, even though you cause a miniature earthquake, which you would assume to be a fairly easy to execute maneuver overall, wouldn't you? You wouldn't think that would be a particularly precise operation. Using Earth Shatter tends to be a pretty precise operation. Because there's just so much stuff that can fuck you up. That basically, like, just being like, I hope this works, often ends up being very sad for you. So we've managed to win this fight regardless. I think Lucio pushed a couple of people off the edge, which certainly helped, given a couple of us got pushed off the edge as well. So our shield's getting pretty low right now. We should be letting it regenerate for when the actual fight happens. We're halfway towards having Earth Shatter again. Nice fast-charging ultimate we have and all that. There Lucio got picked off because Roadhog's playing Roadhog on Garden. Oh, there goes Reinhardt as well. So basically, Roadhog just bought us like 30, 40-ish seconds of not really having to do anything, which is very nice for us. So I'm gonna go back. This is kind of nitpicky, but like it matters, you know, it matters, right? We do this. There's just no reason. We just end up wasting some charge and like walk really close to a wall that we could have got concussive blasted off if we weren't careful as well. So like we just use a little bit of shield health for nothing and like increase risk of getting picked off. And I mean, nothing was happening, so it's not like that 250 damage to the shield amounted to anything, but it can, you know? Playing Reinhardt's this way, where, like, you just gotta try and, like, scrounge as much shield as you possibly can. Especially as time goes by, it's progressively getting easier and easier for people to break Reinhardt's barrier, right? Just slowly but surely, more things that break barriers appear, right? So, like, you gotta be real careful. People are like, the goal of Reinhardt is to have your shield up as much as possible. The goal is actually to have your shield up as little as possible, because it can really easily just, like, give the enemy something to do when they don't have anything to do, you know? Just like, we'll just shoot at the shield for a little bit, I guess. So they're trying to push through the doorway right now. Hanzo just used his dragon, but unfortunately it didn't really amount to too much. Okay, I wanted to see if that was gonna work, so I'd be... Oh, probably not. Good name. I wanted to see if that would work, just so I could be like, well, we didn't get punished, so we don't have to learn. Tragically, we did get punished, which means we have to learn now. Basically, like, we just, like, did a 180 and started charging as well, didn't we? Like, we look that way. Let's go. There's, like, no way. And it actually almost did. Like, there was actually almost a way. But, like, there's actually no way, though. Even if the intention was to pin Zarya or Ana right there, I'd still be like, that was so unlikely to happen. But it was really also just like, we just did a 180 out of the Graviton and pushed charge. Like, there's optimistic charges and then there's optimistic charges. We're trying to go too hard right now. Like, we're trying to go too hard. Back it up, back it up. So... right now, isn't somebody dead right now? I guess I saw someone die? No, no one died. Okay. We're just, like, rushing forward ahead, like, too far ahead of everybody. And I know we don't want to get pushed off the edge by Lucio. This is no doubt why we rush across the bridge so much. But, like, we haven't checked to see how close behind us our team is. And, like... just use the rear view mirrors, but, like, even from this position, like, I can tell not many people are gonna be behind us regardless. Like, Lucio's with us, and that looks like to be it, and in fact, it was basically it. So we're just running in, like, too far ahead of everybody else. And I mean, I know the timer was getting low, so, like, we wanted to go in and get the objective, we want to rush across the bridge before we get pushed off, but, like, you still gotta go with your team, you know? Positioning on Reinhardt... like, you can get punished real bad if you're too far up. Ooh. Is that the first time he's used Earth Shatter this entire round? It might be. I don't remember him using it prior. Maybe when we were in the Graviton and a lot of shit was happening. Like, you gotta be real careful that you don't go too far ahead of your team on Reinhardt, because, like, just turned out nobody was behind us, so, like, suddenly, oh shit, we're too far up, and we're dead, right? Like, Reinhardt doesn't have a lot of margin for error on this one. You get caught too far up as Reinhardt, you get caught too far up. That's like the end of the story. So, we're now on Command Center Control Tower, something to that effect. And we're getting into the usual scuffle up here. Oh no, they have a Mei. Oh no, oh god, don't do this. That was all very scary, all very, very scary. So, like, we take our hammer down to get a swing in. Alright, fair enough. There's people right in front of us. But, like, we definitely need to, like, put the shield back up again right now, because May's currently trying to freeze a bunch of people. Instead, our reaction is push charge button. Like, if May kept this hose on us for half a second longer, we get frozen out of this charge, and then we're just stuck in the middle of the enemy team dead, right? So, like, this is still not a good charge anyway, because we just charged into the entire enemy team by ourselves, ergo we die, but, like, just put the shield. Like, I know the shield's getting really low, but getting frozen is also really, really bad. Like, we end up not getting frozen, so that's great, but, like, the charge was still bad regardless also. I assume it was basically, like, panic or just, like, blind optimism. Like, shit's, like, going down the tube right now. Let's see what I can do, basically. But that did not work out super well for us. We ended up dead. Now our whole team's dead. Granted, the fight wasn't really going well. Our whole team was, like, really spread out when that fight started. Like, a few of us went right, a couple people went mid, a couple people went far left. Like, it was a real spread out mess. So they just lost both their DPS, which means it's going to be really hard for them to win this fight, because when your DPS are dead, it tends to be hard for you to kill the enemy team, as it turns out. So we can just run forward, hold left click, kill a bunch of people. Ooh, we might have got play of the game. Nice. Even though we had overall fairly little input on that fight, honestly. They just lost 2 people, so it's like, let's go hit men with hammer. When all you have is a hammer, everyone else is a nail. Alright, you know, I respect that. Okay. Fair enough, Reinhardt. Fair enough. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, you know, people spread out a little bit unexpectedly right as we do that, so, you know, unfortunate. I respect the attempt. If we did it, like, half a second sooner, we would have actually probably got all of them. Yeah, we, like, hesitated for literally, like, 0.5 seconds. And so that gave him enough time to scatter. It's one of the, you know, sometimes it's scary because you don't know if it's going to work or not. But you really, like, when you see an opportunity for Earth Shatter, you really just got to slap that key immediately. Because it's that way where, like, even the slightest little bit of hesitation can lead from, like, change from getting a 4-man shatter to getting a 1-man shatter. Or a no-man shatter, right? No Man's Sky. There was some wordplay in there, I'm sure. I could have worked a little bit harder on that one. I was just like, yes, No Man's Shatter, No Man's Sky, yes, what a comedy genius I am. So, yeah. The moral of the story is don't hesitate when you see an opportunity to Earth Shatter someone. Just slap that key. And you know, sometimes it doesn't work, right? Like, it's that way where, like, even the best opportunity in the world, sometimes it just ends up not working out. But, like, if you see an opportunity, you gotta just slap that key. Don't hesitate. Because hesitation's what gets you. It's like if you're watching the enemy Reinhardt and, like, you're waiting for him to fire strike so that you can Earth Shatter. You can't, like, wait to, like, really confirm he's doing fire strike, right? Because if you wait for him to, like, fully be in the animation, it's too late. He'll put the shield back up again before the Earth Shatter finishes. You just gotta go, alright. When I see that fire strike start, I'm gonna just fucking slap this button. So you see the shield go down, and you're pretty sure it's fire strike, you just slap the key. And sometimes it isn't. Sometimes he takes the shield down to bait you, and life is difficult that way. But you gotta, if you hesitate, wait to really make sure it's fire strike, you never land it. You just gotta be like, alright, when I see it, let's go. Believe in yourself, you know? Don't think, feel, all that business. So this is all bad. All bad, all very bad, sad cry, frown, bad, right? Yeah, we're just, again, slightly too far up right now. I say again, we've been, like, really too far up sometimes. We're too far up right now, because their whole team is there. Like, we know they've got a Mei, so that can make retreating difficult, and indeed it did make retreating difficult. We were trying to back up, but we just physically couldn't move fast enough. Like, we know they got a May, so we gotta be real careful how far we go up, and we were just slightly too far up. They chuck the Graviton on us regardless, which, you know, sometimes they throw a black hole on you and you don't survive, oddly enough. Life is difficult that way, you know? Sometimes you wake up and, oh shit, there's a black hole. Right there. So, did someone get walled off? Yeah, people got walled off. That's very unfortunate for them. One of them is Reaper, though, so he might actually be fine. Looks like he's gonna be fine. No justice. Hanzo got bullied to death by Lucio. Hanzo got stuck on the other side of the wall. Like, he went off towards... Yeah, he went off that way. And got bullied by Lucio, so it sucks to be Hanzo, I guess. So, our team is real split up again, aren't they? Because, like, we got two people going up the way we're going, and we got Reaper off the side, one person's dead, and then we got two people going left. So, like... I'm waiting for a good angle here. So, like... If you're ever in, like, this kind of position, right? Where you're... Imagine we're the red team right now, right? So, imagine we're the red menace. So we're standing all here. We're all, like, mostly grouped together right now. And we see two people coming from here, two people coming from here, one person coming from over there. Here's what you do about this situation, right? You pick one of these groups of like, a couple men or one man, and you just all in that one group, right? This is also how you beat, like, pincer maneuvers, right? You just commit to one side of the fight as hard as possible. I've actually not drawn any... I've drawn all of that, I think, on the OBS window because I'm bad. You just commit to one of these groups as hard as you possibly can. Because you got the numbers advantage, right? You got two people over there, two people there, one person there. If we go on the one person or the two persons as 4 people, they die. And then the rest of the fight's suddenly in our favor. And, like, if you got, like, in like, a pincer maneuver, there's, like, 3 people coming in front of you and 3 people coming behind you, what you do is you just pick one of those groups and all in that group. And then, hey, we went and basically turned it into a 6v3. Right? So, you know, getting your team to be that on the same page as you can be difficult sometimes, but that's the best way to deal with this kind of situation where you got multiple, like, little groups of people coming at you in one direction, like, multiple directions. You just pick one area, fucking clap them, and then the fight's suddenly massively in your favor, numbers-wise. So, I wasn't super happy about that Earth Shatter. Let me back up to confirm. Yeah, no, like, it just doesn't really look like that's gonna work out anymore, because, like... I see the intention. We saw 3 people that we might be able to get, but, like, actually, chances of getting all of these people are pretty low, because you have to think about the people we're looking at, right? So, one of them's Moira. She can fade, right? I'm not sure if fade is on cooldown or not right now, because I haven't been paying attention to her, to be honest with you. I know, I'm sorry. But, like, we see Lucio right here. Thing is, we're also right next to a wall, so Lucio's gonna start grinding on that pretty soon in the near future, right? That's what Lucio does. He plays Jet Set Radio, so he's gonna get on that real soon. And if he gets high enough, Earth Shatter doesn't work anymore. And we see Reinhardt over there also, but, like, we're around this corner right now, and he's also right next to his, like, right next to one of these also. So, yeah, there's, like, 3 people here that we can almost get, but they're actually not in, like, a very convenient location for us to Earth Shatter them. I mean, it works out regardless. We end up getting May, who we couldn't actually see at the time right there, and Reaper Span on the other people, so that's great. But, like, I see that we were like, oh yeah, there's a few people here we could Earth Shatter. They were actually not in a very good position to get Earth Shattered, just because of, like, the kinds of heroes they were, basically. Well, Lucio, the kind of hero he is, Moira's got Fade, and Reinhardt was near cover, so wasn't as good as it initially looked like it was. So, they've got a Bastion, also, that's just been happening. Yep, I respect that. If you're playing Reinhardt, this is what you can try and do when you're playing against a Bastion. If you can get to that motherfucker, if you can get close to that motherfucker before he breaks your shield, you kill him. And I mean, sometimes the Bastion's in a position that makes it very difficult to do that, but if you're playing Reinhardt, sometimes you get fucked. That's a get fucked situation right there. But if you're playing Reinhardt versus Bastion, Reinhardt can counter Bastion. It's just a matter of getting to the Bastion, right? So, yeah, like, you have to be fucking clairvoyant to see that one coming. So, sometimes you get fucked, you know? Or you'd have to have fucking Korean-level reflexes. Like, sometimes you get fucked. Sometimes you walk around a corner, Reinhardt's earth-shattering as you come around the corner. Life is difficult that way. Not impossible we could have done something about it, but extraordinarily unlikely. So, we've got one fight left now, cause either way, one team is gonna win off this next fight, right? So, these boys were, like, really far ahead. They shouldn't have been that far ahead, because we were still waiting for people. We're in the graph. We don't know where Bastion is right now, and that's very scary. This is very optimistic. Who are we trying to pin? Lucio? Nah, there's no way. There's, like, no way that charge ever gets anybody. Oh, that's sad. I thought it was just around the corner, but it isn't. It's right on top of us. We survived! We survived! Oh, my goodness, look at that. We survived. Oh. He built that up again pretty quickly. I would have also been surprised. That's one of those things where in hindsight I'm like, I shouldn't have been though. Because like we did just get into like a melee in the Graviton in that confined location and Earthshatter builds up really quickly. So like, I know I would have been surprised at the time, but then in hindsight I'm like, I really shouldn't have been though. Because like, he definitely had enough opportunity to build up a lot of ult charge off of that fight right there. The thing that really fucked us was just, like, coming around the corner and then getting Earth-Shattered immediately. But, like, there really was not realistic we see that one coming unless we just gaze into our crystal ball, right? Let's see what the YouTube algorithm's up to today, because it's been real fucked up lately, apparently. Like, it's done some wacky shit. Oh, this is much more realistic. Yes, good, good. I like Northern Line. This is not a new development. I did follow... Remember, there was a couple days ago, there was one that was like a most absurd character. I watched that video, and I subscribed to this person, because I like Dungeons & Dragons. Especially, like, Dungeons & Dragons stories are always great. I like games done quick, I like speedruns, good times. I was watching a few Anthem videos, but mostly people making fun of the fact that the, demo that they released didn't work properly, so I guess YouTube's just like, Anthem content, let's go. Also like Day 9. Day 9's really good, but you have to kind of be into card games if you're gonna follow Day 9, admittedly. Who's this? What I learned as a GM in Gold, Part 1, what each role is doing wrong. 35 minutes long, damn. And I thought I was meandering. The history of Super Mario Bros. Most infamous level. And I never played the original Mario Bros. I bought the worst rated weapons on Amazon. 1 star. Weapons? Okay. Sure, you know, whatever. Whatever, you know. Mostly good. You know, I like several of these men, you know, and like, it's like, hey, Overwatch, sure, you know, whatever. So, what do I gotta say? Be careful about how far up you go as Reinhardt. Like, Reinhardt doesn't have many ways to get out of jail free, right? Like, once he's too far up, he's too far up. Well, your only real option if you're too far up is turn around and try to charge away. But that doesn't always work out. Or try and hop backwards also sometimes. But, like, your options are limited. So if you're too far up, you're too far up. You probably fucking died. So you gotta be real careful about going too far ahead of your team. And that's all I really got. That's all I really got, to be honest with you. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. If you enjoyed the video for some reason and got all this way through, please like the video and subscribe for similar videos of mediocre quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.